Harold met Margaret in the summer of 1962. He was fixing his father's old truck by the roadside when she stopped to offer him lemonade. Her laugh was sunlight, her eyes the kind of blue you never forget. They were both 20, both certain the world was theirs. For 3 years, they were inseparable. They danced under streetlights, wrote letters that smelled of ink and dreams, and promised each other that no matter what life brought, they'd always come back to the same small town by the lake. But life had other plans. Harold got drafted. He told her he'd be gone only a year. She waited, faithfully, writing every week. But after months of silence, a letter finally came. From his mother. Margaret, Harold's been injured overseas. He doesn't want you to see him this way. What the letter didn't say was that Harold had asked her mother to lie. The truth was, he'd lost part of his leg and half his confidence. He couldn't bear for Margaret to see him broken. So he let her go, believing she'd find someone whole. And she did. 2 years later, she married another man. Harold heard about it from a mutual friend. He said nothing, just nodded and stared out the window for a long time. He never married. He worked quietly, fixed cars, watched decades pass. Then, 50 years later, he saw her again, at the farmer's market. Her husband had passed, and she was standing by a flower stall, turning a rose in her hand. Their eyes met. She whispered, "You never came back." And he said, "You never stopped waiting." They talked for hours. She told him she'd kept all his letters in a box tied with blue ribbon. He confessed the truth, that he'd left because he didn't want her to pity him. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she said, "I never wanted perfect, Harold. I just wanted you." That night, she took his hand, and for the first time in 50 years, they sat by the lake again, bolder, slower, but finally together. A few weeks later, Margaret passed away in her sleep. On her nightstand was a note. "You kept your promise after all." Harold visits her grave every Sunday. He always brings a single blue flower, the color of her eyes. He says, "We missed a lifetime, but not love." Because sometimes the greatest heartbreak isn't losing someone, it's realizing they were always waiting, just one letter, one call, one step away. If you were Harold, would you have told her the truth? Like, share, and subscribe for more true stories of love, loss, and second chances.